Well, hey, why don't you tell us about the festival today? You know, how you got here and the importance of the festival.
Well, we sent the crew ahead of us a couple of days, and those poor bastards had to drive here. Slept in the parking lot, I think, on the way here. We flew in yesterday, had ourselves a good time at all the great venues that Las Vegas has to offer.
Yeah.
And we took some of that hangover sauce over there this morning, and here we are. That is the tale of the last couple days.
You know, we're from Missouri, so the heat in Missouri, it's hot, but it's humid and stuff, and this dry heat. There's something else out there today, but
man, you look like
fans are out there. Fans are out there.
This is my pre-Warped Tour.
It's a great day.
How about the new record coming out? You want to tell folks, plug the new record, dates of release, and everything that's going on with it?
Yeah, man. We got 28th of July. Our new record, Red Hands, Black Deeds, is going to be out. We made it half in Missouri, half in LA, so it's got this weird combination of sounds that just kind of organically happened. And I don't know. I can't remember a time where we were more excited about a record coming out. So we're pretty stoked to see what the fans are going to think about it. We've been living with the songs for 6 months now, so we're kind of
we're over it.
Yeah, we're ready to make another record already.
What's the overall theme? Like, Nate, where did you draw up these lyrics and all this new stuff from? Like, what was
man?
What were you guys going through at the time?
Yeah.
You know, we had been on the. I know you asked me, but we had been on the road for 3 years nonstop, and when we got off the road, we didn't take any time off. We went straight to the studio, so we were all pretty exhausted, really, and. I think all the experiences throughout the last 3 years and then just the climate of the times that we're all living in kind of really just influenced a lot of the character of the songs.
You know, you kind of jokingly say we're sort of over it by the time it comes out, but I guess that happens a lot. Like, by the time the album finally drops, you guys have been living it for so long.
Man.
Do you ever, like, I don't even kind of lose track of the songs? I know, like, when the album comes out, you're like, whoa, that one hit.
Well, it's a funny thing because like when you're in the studio and you make the songs and you inter them until it comes out, like they belong to you. As an artist, they're still yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it takes on a completely different life when fans start to gravitate to certain songs or a certain lyric or whatever it is that they gravitate towards. And then they create their story with that song, and then it belongs to somebody else, and it kind of morphs into a whole new thing. So. It's kind of it's nice to have it as your own, but then you just that's what part of the there's like a pleasant anxiety about it, releasing a thing and seeing how if people are going to dig it or not. There's always that question. Nobody might like this song. People might hate this record, but you just kind of roll the dice and roll with it.
We kind of quit caring about what other people thought a long time ago. We're just out doing ourselves. This is what we do. And
we like it, so.
Yeah, these are the songs we wrote. So then we're going to go out and promote.
What inspired you to cover Michael Jackson? Was it the song Dirty Diana in general, or was it the reason behind it?
I mean, we're all at the age where we grew up with Michael Jackson. I mean, we understood what Michael Jackson was, if you can understand what Michael Jackson was. I mean, it was a phenom, you know what I mean? And his talent, I don't know that it'll ever be seen in the world again. So, it's a big influence for us, and it was kind of on a fluke that we're like, let's just give it a go and see what happens. We didn't have any other songs written for the record at that time.
Why Dirty Diana then?
Because it was dirty. So easy.
Why not, I guess.
Yeah.
Because we met her like 47 times.
Yeah, we met a lot of Dirty Diana in the world.
It was always a song that either on our playlist whenever we were driving back in the van days. We'd be driving the van in between towns, and it was just always a song that was on one of our playlists that would go on that would jam to, So
I don't know, I love it.
yeah, it's a rocking song originally.
So you guys had a huge, year or two, a couple years, you've taken off in this country. Has there been another country that's really gravitated to you guys, like outside the U.S.?
We get weird messages like, we get a lot of messages from Brazil that it's like, for In Chains, I guess, made some sort of impact there. We've never marketed Brazil or never, I mean, I'm sure like there's some like Madagascar or something, like just some weird nonsensical thing, like the penguins are into it or whatever, right?
I heard in Luxembourg.
Luxembourg, we're huge in Luxembourg.
Brazilian penguin rock.
Has there been a place you want to go? Is there a place you
Everywhere.
guys want to tour in
We
specifically?
want to go
Or?
every place.
Yeah.
All of the places.
That's the goal. The circle just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually we'll be all around that flat earth.
Why is it gonna be fat, man?
Flat, not
Damn. Both.
Now, I've been following you guys for a while, but I don't know the answer to this. I've never asked you before. How long have you all known each other? Like this, not just this lineup, but when did you meet in life?
We met back in 1995 in high school.
Wow.
And
So were you a high school band?
yeah.
I mean, like, yeah.
The original formation of Shaman's Harvest was a high school band.
Yeah.
We play all the field parties.
It's a good way to get girls to like you. You know what I mean? Never paid for beer when you went somewhere.
So how often do you run into a classmate?
Yeah, free tattoos, free really shitty tattoos.
When we're home, I mean, it's a small community, so we run into people we went to school with all the time.
What are the touring plans on this record? I mean, honestly, are big tours coming up, or?
Well, we have a tour with Nickelback and Daughtry for the summer, and that's going to be from 3.5 months. Yeah, 3.5 months until October, and then we're still working on like a headlining tour after that. But we don't have any plans of going home. You know, we're going to be in the States until February, and then we're going to do a Euro tour.
How much prep's going into that Nickelback tour? That's going to be a huge tour. I personally
guy right
joined
here
the
is
Nickelback
lost his
fan club
mind.
so I could get seats up close.
Yeah, there's a lot of prep into it, man. Every single day there's.
It's about 7 months out.
And you're still
every day working for shit. You know,
Sold out.
like we're going from like stages like this
Yeah.
to playing arena stages every day.
And just like logistics of getting into Canada and all those things, you know.
That you said, I'm not giving up. What was that moment that said that I'm not giving up on this?
Yeah, I don't think there was ever one moment. And there's days where you're like, why this is not worth it. I mean, you know. And then there's days where, and then most days though you're like, what am I thinking? Of course it's worth it. You know, it's. I don't know that any of us would be doing this if there wasn't something inside of us that told us you have to do this.
Yeah,
because
what
it would
we
be
do.
fucking miserable.
Well, it was 20 years of everybody saying no before somebody said yes. So I think all that's already out of us.
Yeah, it was. We did the hard part.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know any other way now. So like we fought for 20 years somebody to say, okay. We always joke about they finally just said yes because they're not give up, so give them their shot.
I walked out there and saw it. I was like, man, who's that mean greet line for us? You guys are, wow, you guys have got you got a following out there, man. And I've noticed that too. Like, I guess you feel this way now when you probably see a lot more familiar faces in that front row than you used to, I'd imagine.
Sure, yeah, man.
We've got every city, we've got people that are just diehards now.
One of the coolest things about being a touring band is revisiting the same venues. You know, you go back through and then you make relationships with with those people that are in that front row, and that, honest to goodness, believe in it most days more than we do. You know what I mean? Like they've created this thing among themselves of why they like it, and you know, you build these relationships with people, and that's how you get. And that's something you know, we're all old people right now. It's not like we're 20 years old, you know what I mean, and like getting started and shit. So it's important for us to have those relationships, you know what I mean, with those people, because it means something to them and it means something to us.